Welcome to another episode of the Diversity Ambassador podcast. Here are 7 questions you've always wanted to ask a wheelchair user.
I'm very happy when people offers help in situations where I clearly can't do something. It's okay if they ask if they could help me in situations where I'm perfectly fine on my own. But it's important to me that people are okay with it if I decline to help. There are some people who have a problem with that and help without asking again or ask how the help should work. And that's dangerous in some situations because they can hurt me or they can damage my wheelchair. Here, so it's very important to ask if I need help. And when there are situations when I need help, but there don't people offering it, I will politely ask for it. In case of using a wheelchair, most people think that the wheelchair is something bad. But that's actually not true because the wheelchair is what makes me live independently and what gives me the ability to move around. So the wheelchair is very good in case. Cobblestones and gravel paths because the front wheels of the wheelchair get blocked and then I can't move forward on my own. Or if the door frames are too narrow, or in restaurants if the tables are too high or too low. And even the parking situation. Most people think that the extra space between 2 cars parking on the visibility spots are big enough to park their car between the 2 cars who really need them. And then I'm not able to transfer my wheelchair on my car and have to wait till people come out. Drive away. Changing rooms are mostly too narrow. I don't use them very often because I have to try new clothing very often to know if I can get it on my own. Bathrooms are another topic. Mostly they have very heavy doors, not automatic doors, so it's hard to open them. And there are some people who use them without the need. And that's a problem because most people with, for example, a spinal cord injury have problems with their bladder and bowel control and they need catheterization. So the toilets have to be very clean. Mm-hmm. And when people use them who don't really need them, that's a big problem. It's important for people who are sitting in wheelchairs to, because they mostly have a lack of movement. I have physiotherapy 3 times a week for over 1 hour. And I do strength training, regular stretching, so that the muscles are not stiffening. A challenging thing is when I get somewhere that's not accessible, but they told me it's accessible. And then you came there and then there are like 10,000 stairs. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then, we have a ramp. And then the ramp has an incline of like 60%. And then, what should I do? But very huge situation. I wanted to see a film in cinema. But the room wasn't accessible for wheelchair users. And then they switched to another room which was accessible just for me that I can watch the show. I hope that they understand that the wheelchair is not something you should be worried about. And it's not the worst part of the spinal cord injury because it's very helpful. I think it would be important to also mention that there are many illnesses or disabilities that can lead to using a wheelchair, and that not every wheelchair user has a lack of movement in their legs. So there are some people who can also walk.
Thank you for listening to the Diversity Ambassador podcast. Let's keep working together to create spaces where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, or share. Until next time!